Hi guys! As you probably noticed on the setting and on my clothing, this video wasn't recorded long after my last video, which was a thrift shopping video. And basically the reason for that is because one of the DVDs I got in that video I watched last night, and today I'm recording its review, and we're speaking about Zoop in India. Zoop is something I think is only known to people in their 20s and older who lived in the Netherlands and Belgium in the early 2000s. I don't think the younger generation knows about it. I don't think any other countries knows about it. So I'm going to recap what Zoop is about real quick before doing a quick review of this movie. So basically, Zoop was a TV series from 2004 until 2006 on the Dutch Nickelodeon. And it was about a group of eight, new adults, you could say, like between 18 and 20, who became rangers in a zoo. And they had to follow classes, they had to learn how to take care of the animals. And if they did that, in the end, they would get a degree. And that's pretty much what the series was about. It was like a huge, huge success. It was pretty much Hut Huis Anubis before Hut Huis Anubis, because Hut Huis Anubis, took over its place on Nickelodeon here. And it was a show I watched. I don't have active memories about it because I was really young when I watched it. But my dad said I loved it, and now that I'm getting a job, a temporary job at the zoo, I was like, why not watch it? It might be fun, and now I'm just loving it. And I'm not obsessed yet, but I'm really enjoying it, and I can't wait to continue watching every time, and that's very important in my opinion. So I am watching season 1 right now. I think I'm like 1/4 through basically because it's a long season, like 100 plus episodes. But I got this DVD, which is the second movie of 3 movies they made. And it's about elephants, and elephants are my favorite animals. So I was like, I'm going to watch it anyway. And it takes place in India. So basically, in India, a herd, I think you say in English, of elephants has been, they have disappeared. And one of the rangers who left midway season 2, who went to India to, basically road trip there, comes back to them, to the others, to ask for help because the village he stays at, where he has decided to live in India, needs those elephants for their food, not as in eating them, but they use the elephants to help harvest their food, their vegetables. So they really have to go get them back. And it's also the elephant heart diamond has been stolen, and in that group of people, it's seen as a lucky charm. So he asks them to go, they decide to go, but there's a lot of drama. So it's not only the elephants they have to save, but there's love drama as well as every good teen soap opera from back in the day had. And basically, you have a lot of people, and I hope they're all clearly on the cover. But like the blonde guy in the middle is dating the brunette girl, and he's always been like the leader of the group. He really has put up to that test, and he's like the one who's not scared of anything. And he's dating like the kind girl who is the sweetest person alive, who can talk and understand animals, which was a weird subject, and I met that in the show right now. But anyway, but she used to date the guy who moved to India. And she cheated on the blonde guy to date him eventually. But in the end, the blonde guy and the brunette girl got back together. But like, because that actor left because he wanted to apparently do more behind the scenes work, they didn't solve that drama. Like, the blonde guy and the brunette girl got back together, but the drama wasn't solved. So now in this movie, it's one of the parts I really enjoyed from the romantic side, is that while they are actually trying to go save those elements from those who want to steal their ivory tooth, um, there's also like this backstabbing at times, because the blonde guy like saw the other guy as his best friend, and he literally backstabbed him by dating his girl. And I love the drama because it really does show a lot of tension between the characters. And I like a good love triangle from back in the day. Now they're overused, but back then it was something new and they were done so uniquely. You can see that a lot of love triangles in Dutch shows now are based on love triangles like this one. And I really enjoyed it, and eventually they work it out because, you know. But then you also have some other relationship drama, like the punk girl who is dating the nerd, but they separate because he wants to investigate who has stolen the elephants or who made them disappear. So the group splits up, and she goes with the other people because she wants to actively get back the elephants. She wants to actively participate in rescuing them, but she quickly falls in love, so she falls in love on the other guy, and yeah, it's so chaotic. And then you have a few characters left, like the girl with the pink, well, headdress. She is like the youngest of the group. She is 2 years younger than them. Back in the series, she was also still in high school. But because her mother works and lives at the zoo, she was allowed to become a ranger sooner as well. Um, and she doesn't have a main storyline, which I found slightly disappointing because I think she's a good character. And eventually, she gets there as well. She helps the others, and the others are still not really in a big role, you could say. You have the blonde guy, another blonde guy, because there are a lot of blondes in Dutch in the Netherlands. He and the blonde girl, who's usually the bitchy type, but she has changed a lot by now. They want to go into the Bollywood industry, and turns out that maybe the guy who stole the elephants works in that industry as well. So you have this whole Bollywood dance and atmosphere as well. And even though I usually don't watch those type of movies, I do like this style. And I just like Indian culture in general because it's such a rich and interesting culture, definitely compared to European culture. So I love seeing that as well. And then you got two songs out of it as well. One that's half Indian, and then the other who just in Dutch and a little bit English. But like they go through several things which now wouldn't be appropriate for a kids slash teen movie because this was ages 6 up. But like, and I was less than 6. Whoops. But like, it's my generation sees no issues with, like, when they go out in the movie, they just drink alcohol. They openly talk about sex without calling it sex, but everyone knows it's sex. They kiss, like they fully make out. All of the couples do. There is cheating, and it's called cheating. It's like really adult like, and this movie did as well because they went to India to film it. The movie is made by Independent Movies, I think. Yes. And it's pretty much filmed in India with an Indian crew. You could see it in the, well, how do you say, the after titles at the end? The end credits. That's where you could see that the movie was pretty much shot there with an Indian crew. And I like that mix of Dutch, English, Indian as well in the movie. But like, they had to do so many tasks. Like the ones who stayed behind to do more the research and the Bollywood thing didn't have that many action sequences, but it begins pretty much with one of their buses they take in Indian being sabotaged, causing to have no brakes. And as you know, the roads over there are busy and not that easy to just like try to stop a car or a bus without brakes. So it was a really good scene. Something I also like is that the characters actually do get hurt, because usually in kids and teen movies, like they might pass out or they get hit in the face by something, but they actually do bleed in here. And that sounds like a really cruel to say, but you can see that they went through hell. They're dirty, they're done, they're bleeding. One of them got bit by a snake. I'm just saying, it was such an interesting movie, such a good movie with a lot of plot twists on the mystery in it, which I did not expect at all. The romances were great. My fave couple are the ones I told you in the beginning about, the blonde and the brunette girl. And I love a jealousy trope, well done. And the actor who plays the blonde guy is a good actor. I like, he's still really famous in the Netherlands. And I just enjoyed seeing that trope and seeing them telling or talking more about her issues, telling it to the others as well. Like, it was really, really good. I just enjoyed it overall. The animals were real animals as well, like they used elephants, and I think those were trained elephants for in Bollywood movies and so on. But like it was fun not seeing any CGI, you could say. I think maybe one explosion. Oh no, no, it wasn't CGI. CGI wasn't that good in like 2006. No, it was not CGI. Like the explosions were good. The actors, I don't think they used stunt doubles, but because it wasn't in the end credits, and they did some really, well, really good action sequences. So it was really interesting to see. Just overall, I would give it a 9 out of 10. And that may be a lot. And like usually I could say with House Anubis or so, oh, maybe I'm looking at it through nostalgic glasses. But in this case, I remember the faces of the characters, but I didn't even remember their names. And I think I remember the faces of the characters because most of them are still very successful in the Netherlands. So yeah. But like I really enjoyed it. It was an amazing movie. And maybe in the future I'm just dropping some other nostalgic things on this channel as well, because as I'm working through my reviews of Thais Anubis, it will end eventually, even though I haven't watched Thais Anubis in a while because I'm focused on this more now. But I'm going to keep dropping reviews of this series as well. And maybe because it's more of a Dutch audience, if any one of you with like a Dutch review, I can do that as well. And then I can use the characters' names because I'm keeping it very vague right now so most people can follow. Because like 8 names for the characters is a lot if you don't even know the show. So referring to them as the blonde and the brunette is a little bit easier. But like I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave in the comments what you want to see on this channel. If you want to see more of Zoop, if you want to see more of any of the other shows. I can't promise I've seen everything, but I've seen my fair share of TV back in the day and now. So just tell me what you want to see and I'll see what I can do. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.